This is David Morgan of themorganreport.com, and Shawn Khunkhun is with me from Dolly Varden. And before I take over the mic, I'll take over the mic. I've known the Dolly Varden story for quite some time, back to Rosie days, forget her last name, senior mom, Rosie Moore. And frankly, not that impressed. However, things change in this business, and that's why you don't ever burn any bridges. And you've taken over from about 2020, and the story's changed a great deal. So why don't you go ahead and start anywhere you want, but just let us know that sometimes a second or a deeper look is very, very valuable to an investor.
No, I appreciate that, David. And yeah, I think everyone thinks they know Dolly Varden, and I appreciate the fact that you've watched the transformation. And so from a very, very high level, if we go back to February 2020, what Dolly Varden was a high-grade silver project with 44 million ounces of silver in the ground. Two of the projects were past producers. And how we've transformed the company is we've aligned ourselves with some pretty strategic investors. Eric Sprott and Hecla Mining has been very supportive. And so about half the money that we've raised has come from strategic investors. I've raised about $45 million for the company since taking over, and we've done that at opportune times. And then we didn't spend all that money on exploration or development. We used some of that money for a transformational acquisition. So we acquired 3 deposits in the north, consolidating this land package, increasing our mineral inventory by 300%, and opening up a big exploration corridor in between. So the market's been very kind to us. If you look at the last 12 months, the best in class peers are down 25%. These are the First Majestics, the Pan Americans. Dolly Varden's actually up 25%. So I think that's due to the fact that where we're located, you know, if you look at...
Where are we located?
We're located in northwest BC in an area referred to as the Golden Triangle. I'm trying to rename it the Silver Triangle because a lot more silver's come out of the ground. And, you know, there's some beautiful analog deposits like Eskay Creek that produce 200 million ounces at 2,200 grams per ton. And actually, the first time you and I had an interview, I was telling you about grades on a project. This is 9 years ago. And you said, Shawn, those grades aren't very rich, but you've got to agree at 2,200 grams per ton, Eskay Creek was special. And that's what we're really on the hunt for. So we've got 140 million ounces of silver equivalent, 50% silver, 50% gold. So I really like that balance. As much as I'm a big silver advocate, my second passion is for gold. And so I celebrate that we've got these precious metals in a safe location. Our silver grades are 300 grams per ton. Our gold grades are 5 grams per ton. And we just came out with some big discovery news. So we've got 4 rigs turning, lots of catalysts. We've got about 20 million in the bank. So we're no debt. So we're in a really, really strong place.
You are. Well, I think you covered it. I don't have a lot of questions. I mean, look, I asked, how much is in the treasury? You answered that. What's your burn rate?
So it fluctuates. It's funny because I sit on other boards and I follow other companies, and I feel like the trend right now is to hunker down, and we're actually going to increase our spend. And so right now we've got roughly a $19 million exploration budget. And so if you take that and divide that over a 6-month period, because we explore from about May to October. So I anticipate lots of news coming out, from September right through to February.
And how much does management own?
How much does management own? So when I first took over, I wasn't the founder. I came in to run this company. I took over a $20 million company. And at that time, management was around 4% of this $20 million company. And now that we've grown to a $135 million market cap, management stake's been diluted down. So we're around 2%.
Okay. Well, as long as there's a dog in the fight, I mean, if you're not vested. That's my take, and I think it's an important one.
But for me, this is about servicing Eric Sprott, Hecla, our shareholders. We are having a lot of fun. We've got one of the best technical teams in the business, like some of the best geologists, engineers. We're making discoveries, and it's we've got momentum. And like I've been doing this for 18 years. This is only the second time in my career where you've got this type of positive momentum. And so it's this one's more than share prices and making money. And yeah.
So you got gold, silver, 5 grams, 100 grams. Things are getting good. You drill better, better, better. What's the exit strategy?
So in a perfect world, if I could cultivate the narrative and execute it right on, I would love to hand this project, once we've de-risked it, once we have expanded it, once we've grown it, to hand it off when we feel like all the low-hanging fruit's been found. We've done it in a way where what I'm really proud about is every financing we've done, we've never done a down round since I took over.
Still a standard model, very rare.
And I hope to keep that tradition. So the perfect exit would be taking paper in a company that we think is on a great trajectory, a company that's been around for a long time, a company that we celebrate, a company that's operating in the right jurisdictions. And so the perfect exit, like it's not about, oh, I want to sell this when the silver price is soaring. No, because when this is sold, it's not going to take me out of the silver trade. I'm going to ride that other horse. And so picking the right partner is crucial. And so the perfect exit is this project goes as a pipeline project for a developer who's got the cash flow to move it forward.
You covered everything in my mind. Is there anything that you'd like to say we haven't talked about?
No, just that I'm a big fan of yours. I appreciate everything you do for the industry, and thanks for having me on.
Thank you.